Tonight, from Seattle, Washington, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
What we can see of the ball appears to be teed up and ready to go. And off we go from Seattle. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Smith. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Geno down to throw. And I think the ball's out. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling, right? The right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well, because so many things coming at you, you got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Mahomes now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And down inside the 15 he goes. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked.
And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jalen Darden now to return it. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Mahomes throw into the hands of Gonzalez here. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Gonzalez for a Chiefs touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return is Darden. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Mahomes now on 1st down. And he completes it to Hunt. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Xavier Worthy, 53 yards. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Flush down right. It's Hill, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. That one complete to Hill. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Working from the gun, Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Flush to his right. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up second down. Now here's Mahomes. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. That is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On first down, it's Smith. This one goes underneath to Walker. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Smith throwing again. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. There he goes, left side. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Wait a second. They declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. To throw on second down is Smith. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Running right, here's Walker. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Holmes returning from his end zone. And this doesn't quite work out as well as planned. They'll forfeit a few yards as he's tackled just past the 15. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. Holmes returning from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Rolling to his right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gonzalez. And quickly they get to the line. Mahomes going to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Mahomes. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise. That's going to be caught by Gonzalez for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. Trucks over him. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are pouring it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And now off to the races down the right side. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. And going right back to Walker. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Now Smith. And his throw here's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Smith. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Ernest Jones there for the tackle. And now they're in the hurry-up. They go play fake. Mahomes. It'll buy some time right. That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 76 yards. And the Chiefs get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might...
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Spinning past him. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lot. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, 28 yards. And the Chiefs add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. On the return is Darden. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Walker now at 1st and 10. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing is Smith. And complete to Smith and Jigba. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Seahawks on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Smith now to throw. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Now Geno. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Now Smith. Left side. And oh, he coughed it up. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Again, Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Smith. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's on the guard, Laken Tomlinson. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Smith. His throw incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A quick throw there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Smith. Smith and Jigba pulling in a one-handed catch. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Myers connects on the PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Oh, look at the juke. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Here's Holmes. Oh, what a move. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. A run now with Holmes. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. On the return is Darden. This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. This is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Hunt is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side of really